to look a lot like Christmas. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Welcome in to GarageBand Weekly. I hope you're doing well or swell or enjoying the festive season. Today on the show is going to be a little bit laid back and we're just going to kick back and do some recording. Yeah, we're going to record a Christmas song. It is my Christmas song called I Don't Want an NFT for Christmas that I wrote a couple of years ago. Never really recorded it. So I figured today I'll show you my process for capturing a recording and the fact that we're going to embrace imperfection today. We're going to get it done as opposed to just, starting a project. And the idea here is that I'm going to get this done so that the recording will be ready and I can throw it on slaps.com and give it to Thomas Christ so that he can play it on You Rock's Christmas show. So that's the challenge if I'm up to it. We'll find out together here, shall we? I've got some news and notes for you here as well up front. We'll answer your questions. If you've got a question, you can throw it here in the chat, and I'm happy to try and help out where I can. And before we do any of that, though, let's say g'day to some fine folks who've joined us here on the live stream. We have Jim Shannon. Oh, we've got the giant box again. Pete. Hang on, I got to get the bell ready because it is Christmas. Pete and his giant box. Hello, Jim. We'll just get this box down to a sensible size. Thomas, I'm going to have to commission Thomas to help me in the new year with Ecamm Live because I still don't have it right. Hello, the Mix Club. Hello to Jade Star. SM Borthwick stayed up. Good to see you, my friend. It's always good to see our European and UK folks because I know it's a rough time. Hello, Ashley HM. I hope you are doing well, getting some time off over Christmas. I really hope so. We all work too hard, don't we? Hello, Eric B. It's moderator extraordinaire Thomas Christ. Hello to you. G'day to Mark Bro. I hope you are doing well as well, my friend. Hugh Caldwell. G'day to you. Hope you are having a good one. And if I've missed you, it's not because I don't love you, I promise you. I just get distracted easily. See? Now I have a bell. I'm not going to know what to do with myself. Maybe we can incorporate this into my song. We can record a little bell in there to go with it. Yes, so this is Christmas. What have we done? If I don't get a copyright claim today, it'll be surprising. Especially if I keep singing little bits of Christmas carols. Hello to Gary Hubs. I hope you are well, mate. I know it's weird, isn't it? I should just say blanket hellos to everyone. We've got Joe and Barry Glenn, and it's Cookie. Hope you are doing well up there, Cookie. Could you please turn off the rain, mate? I love you, Queensland, but we're not going to let you have Test cricket. You can't have nice things if you can't not rain for 5 days solid. Anyway, make the bridge key B minor. Okay. I don't usually write songs with bridges, so we'll find out about that. Should we jump into news and notes? Yeah. Look, is there a heap happening in the world at the moment of Apple? No, it's kind of the quiet season, isn't it? So once we get to December, it's officially like it's like radio silence. We're not getting any news on any new updates or any new products or any new software or any new features. And then you know what'll happen? It'll be like December the 20th. I'll be all cuddly and complacent and have everything planned out, and then it will go bang, and then they'll drop like the 14th 808 pack in GarageBand. You know it's coming, don't you? It's like, man, I don't reckon that they've got enough 808 speeds in the GarageBands, so we're going to add some others packs. I don't know why they keep pluralizing everything. It's a bit weird. News and notes. iOS 18.2. So I have now officially updated all of my devices to iOS 18.2. I've used it on most of them for about a week now, and it's all going fine. So for me, I had a good time. Now, have I seen reports of people saying things aren't working? Yes, but they were probably 18.1 issues, some of which seem to be better in 18.2, some of which are still remaining. It's mostly to do with a couple of apps and plugins that people are saying are still not working, but I think that's more a 17 to 18 thing. So, should you update now? Yeah, I think so. I think you're pretty safe with 18.2, and the proof's in the pudding because I'm tech support for my family, and I've said that, yes, they should go ahead and update to 18.2. Now, keep in mind, this is a problem because I was showing my kids some of the stuff on 18.2. I'm like, oh, look at all these cool things you can do. And when I say you can do, I can do. You can't because I'm the only one in the household that has an iPhone 16. and you do need at least a 15 Pro or a 16 anything in order to use the Apple Intelligence features. You can still install 18.2 and you'll still get the terrible new Photos interface and you'll still get a lot of the other updates, but what you won't get is things like Image Playground and the ChatGPT integration, which is a little weird because some of the things they've chosen to give you, I get it. So the models that you have to run on device, so that's the main problem we're having here. You need to run these models on device, which means you need enough processing power to do that. Otherwise, they'd be taking a really long time. And if you play with these, they already take quite a long time anyway. So if they were taking even longer because you had the older hardware, yeah, it would be a pain. You can, of course, though, try it out on your iPad. So if you've got any iPads with M1 or better, or you've got the new iPad mini that has the A17 Pro chip, then you can use those and check it out, as well as your Mac. So if you've got a Mac M1 or better, you can install the new Sequoia 15.2, I want to say, or 16.2. I don't keep up with the Mac OS versions that well, but there you can check it out on those. But apart from that, yeah, you're pretty safe to go. Do I have to say it? I say it every time. If you're in the middle of a major project, if you've got mission critical stuff you have to have done by the end of the year, don't update. There's plenty of people that are still on 17.6 or 17.7, I think, is the latest version. That is fine. They're still giving you security updates. They're still doing security updates for 15, for goodness sake, because there's some people that got left behind there. So you don't need to worry. You're not missing out on a whole lot. It is fun. I'll give them that. I'll give Apple the credit that it is fun playing around with the Apple stuff, but it's definitely not essential. All right. What does Jim say? I noticed the weird red thing in shortcuts and iPad. I have on the left side toolbar screenshots. I'm not sure what that is. You might need to send me a image of that so I can see what it is. What else do we have in the news and notes? Not really much. I did want to mention this one thing. So I was listening to Mac Break Weekly. I enjoy a good podcast every now and then, and they were talking about the Vision Pro, and they said something interesting there that kind of got me thinking a little more about Apple. They said Apple don't know how to release a product and not hype it up. So the Vision Pro is very much a development tool, like $3,500 US. It's like nearly $6,000 here in Australia. It's a small hatchback, basically. So people that are going to buy this Vision Pro, and if you don't know, the Vision Pro is the AR, VR headset, nerd helmet that you can buy from Apple. And it really is kind of half done. So it's got some interesting concepts, but it is very much like a concept device. And they were talking about the fact that isn't it interesting that Apple still sell it like they do an iPhone, like a product that has 14 cycles of maturity, but they still sell it. They still hype it up. They still talk about it being buttery smooth and this great experience. Instead of going, this is our first crack at this, folks. It's not going to be perfect. There'll be some rough edges, but it'll all come together. So yeah, I thought that's interesting, isn't it? And I'm feeling the same way about Apple Intelligence and their push into AI because I think they were doing it at their Apple pace and they were going to be in a position in, say, 2026 with the iPhone freaking 18 to just have this absolutely integrated, perfect experience. And then they saw what everyone else was doing. And someone went, quick, get stuff in there. I don't care what it is. I don't care if it's half baked, half done, half finished. Get it in there. And if you've been looking at some of the new features that we have, so if you've been looking at the Apple Intelligence, the Image Playground, the Gemoji, all of them have that little thing at the bottom saying, this is a work in progress, but it's in tiny little letters. And that's so different from the marketing side. So when you look at the marketing for Apple, all the iPhone ads, all the iPad ads, all the Mac ads, they're all like, Apple Intelligence is here and it's the best thing ever. So I don't know that they've got this synergy between the front end, the marketing, the public voice, and the back end people that are probably pulling their hair out going, this wasn't ready. We shouldn't have pushed this out. And that makes me worry because the one thing that Apple have always done is they've been the tortoise, right? They've let Google and they've let Samsung and they've let every other company, they've let even Microsoft nowadays, they've let all of them run at full pelt, making all the mistakes, tripping over their own feet, taking photos of the moon that aren't really photos of the moon. If you know, you know. And then Apple just sort of follow along behind, seeing all the mistakes that are being made and avoiding them, and then delivering something that's actually good. And people have criticized them for that. Yet I feel that they're rushing now. And I really hope that we don't see a decline in the quality of Apple products because they're chasing that high. They're trying to find the way to compete with all these other companies that are doing all these things. And the new Photos app, I know, Jade, you talked about this in your show today. It's a classic example, isn't it? Excuse me. The new Photos app looks like they had a committee meeting. And you have, if you've worked in the corporate world, you have those meetings where everyone puts yellow sticky post-it notes up on a whiteboard with the ideas. It's like, let's brainstorm, people. Give me all your ideas. There are no bad ideas. But instead of what you then do, which is curating those down and going, all right, what are the 5 key items that everyone agrees that we should put into this new app? They just went, that. And the engineers look at them like, what do you mean that? They're like, that. Put that in. Like, every idea, it'll look terrible. It'll have like 15 different windows on the front screen. Yep, everyone will love it. They'll be able to do whatever they want to do. They won't know how to get there. They won't know where it is. And they won't know why it's there, but they'll be able to do it. We want them to do everything. Make memory movies. What's a memory movie? I don't know. Just make it up. Should we put some unlicensed music? Nah, just put their own music behind it so they can't share it anywhere. Okay, I'm telling you. I need to look for some jobs at Google. So that's my take on Apple stuff. Yeah, as Mark says here, at least it is. They do mention that it's beta. Yeah, don't let alpha software or alpha males out in public. At least not without supervision, I say. Yeah. Yeah, wait 2 years. Exactly. Wait 2 years and it'll probably be fine. 2026. There you go. You heard it here first. You'll be fine. One final news and note is I did mention a couple of weeks ago, I have got the iPad mini on loan from Apple at the moment. I haven't found a use for it. In all honesty, I was hoping that this would be the beautiful link between the iPad and the iPhone because I miss not being able to record on the go because Logic Pro will run on this quite well. It won't run on this. But I've just found that Logic Pro, it runs fine, but Logic Pro was already a little bit sort of hard to see on an 11-inch screen. You put that down to an 8-inch screen, and yeah, it's a challenge. So I'll be checking that out more over the next couple of weeks and giving you my final verdict. But first and foremost, like it's lovely, but it's not small enough to go in my pocket, and it's not enough of a difference from my 11-inch iPad to take this instead of that. Because if I'm heading out, the only thing is the weight, I guess. Because if I'm comparing it again to compare apples with apples, the only thing is that if I take this out with its keyboard case, it's pretty heavy and chonky. So the only benefit is that this weighs about 3 times less than the full kit and caboodle here. So I guess if I was really packing light and traveling light and I still wanted all the features that I have, then the mini will be good. But again, when I went away a couple of weeks ago, I just took this because it just has a little bit more screen real estate and is a little bit more powerful. I know, so optimistic. 2026 is the year where everything will be better again. Actually, 2028, we hope. That is our news and notes. That's your news and notes segment. I need theme music for this. What do you know? It's news and notes with Pete Johns on GarageBand Weekly. That was the worst song ever. That was worse than your Christmas carols, Pete. So what are we going to do here? Well, I'm going to do some recording now. Yeah, I'm going to do some recording. We've got this song that I have created, and I've got to remember how to play it, and we're going to record it in and just have some fun with it. Just not take our time, like not make it perfect. Get the acoustic guitar recorder down, record some vocals, maybe a few oohs and ahs and some background. Maybe we bring in some sleigh bells or something, or maybe just some tambourine to give it a bit of a Christmas vibe, and then we'll be done with it. So we are set up here, ready to go. As always, I've asked my mate Past Pete to jump in here and let us know what we're using here, how we set up, because if you're new to all this caper, you're like, how do you record your acoustic guitar and your microphone into an iPad? What gear do you use? Well, all you need is a USB audio interface and a USB-C adapter. So what am I using? Well, it goes a little something like this. Take it away, Past Pete. Future Pete, always a pleasure. Yeah, we're using the same sort of setup we usually do here. We've got a microphone plugged into channel 1 of our Steinberg UR22C, and we've got our acoustic guitar plugged in to the second input. They're running through a USB-C adapter directly into our iPad. We've also got the HDMI out, so you can see what we're doing. Let's get recording. I couldn't have said it better myself. If I was me, that's exactly how I would put it also. Let us get ourselves set for success as soon as we can get rid of this screen. Goodbye. There we go. Oh, man. Oh, have you ever had this thing where you've got a window here and it's... Oh, look, I'm going to show you now. It's so fiddly. Like, you go up to the top here and you come down here, and every time I did that before, it was doing that. Like, every time I hovered over the green, it was going away. Yeah. Good old Mac. I'm still not used to Mac OS. I still don't get that when you close a window, it doesn't close the window. It just kind of minimizes it. And I'm like, what is the point of having a minimize button and a close button if your close button doesn't close it? It does the same thing as minimize. No, seriously. Tell me. I can wait. All right, let's get recording. See you later, Ashley HM. So we're coming over here to the iPad, and we're going to get ourselves set up. So completely blank project, and what do we start with here? Well, I like to start with some drums. So here's where it's going to be interesting. Because we'll hit the drummer, this song is going to be a 3/4. Now, is it 3/4 or is it going to be 6/8? And does it matter? Get your opinions. Get your opinions flowing through the chat here, because... I don't know. I'm going to play a little bit of this because I've got to remember. I've also got to tune up. I watched a video the other day about what the difference is between the two. I think my guitar fell over the other day, which is why it's way out of tune. And it's really to do with the... It's like your 6/8 is almost like a toot, 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 ta, 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 toot, 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 ta, ta, ta. Your 3/4's a toot, ta, ta, toot, ta, ta, toot, ta, ta, toot. So there's no difference between the 1 and the 4, then it's 3/4. But if it's got more of that do, 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 do sort of sway, then it's different. Then it can be 6/8. But the bottom line is it really doesn't matter. We might go 3/4 to start with, because we're doing a bit of this. Yeah, we'll go 3/4. So the first thing you want to do when you're setting up a new project, or at least that I want to do here, is I want to go up to my little settings here, and we're going to change the time sig from 4/4 to 3/4. Now, this makes our dude here, Austin in this case, I don't love drummers in 3/4 and 6/8, so we'll see what he does, if we can use him as a bit of a metronome. But if he sucks, we'll just program in some smart drums or some regular drums or something, or use the beat sequencer, can be an easy way to create a metronome. So we'll see how we go with that. Now, I usually set the key here as well at the start, which is going to be E major, just in case we want to use some virtual instruments in here, and the tempo. So this is where I sort of start singing the song to myself. I don't want an NFT for Christmas. Do, 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 do. And then I start tapping. Do, 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 do. I reckon it's going to be around that 160, which seems fast, but it is a 3/4. 3/4 when you're doing BPM, because there's only 3 beats, not 4. Yeah, we'll play it. We'll find out. All right, we'll put the volume up. Okay, that's terrible. So what do we want? We want it to be simple. So we're going to tell our mate Austin here to make it simple. Actually, what drummer are we using here? Austin is our Roots brush drummer. Yeah, that's probably something that we'll go with. We'll use a brush drummer, and we want him to be a little bit less nuts there. So let's just go back to a very basic kick and snare, and we don't want any fills here. And you might be saying, can't you just use the metronome? I really don't like using the metronome. You might need to be a bit more complicated than that, mate. There you go. Should we go with Anders? Yeah. I don't want an NFT. Maybe we'll try that at the end. We'll just do like a rock version of it. Heading to the theme parks on the Gold Coast. Very cool, Cookie. That is awesome. My family. I don't get to go this time around, but my daughters and wife are heading off to Brizzy, and they're going to head up to the Gold Coast. If you've got any tips about getting from Brisbane to the Gold Coast, because on the weekends, apparently the train that normally runs conveniently almost all the way to Movie World doesn't run for some reason. It's like, yeah, don't run on the weekend when people, want to go there. Sorry, I'm being a bit rude to Queensland today, aren't I? The kids love it. Nice. Yeah. It is a Queensland. They call it the Movie World and Sea World and Dream World. It's Hollywood on the Gold Coast. It's just kind of like a cross between Florida and California up there. Mm-mm. Yeah, we did drive last time, but yeah, I don't think my wife wants to hire a car and drive around. She'd rather just be chauffeured. All right, so we are ready to rock and roll here. Now, you got a couple of options here when you're starting a project here in GarageBand, and that is that we can either get our sections set up now and sort of work through it so that we can record in chunks, or we can just make one big section and play from there. I'm actually going to do our section thing this time around. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to turn off the section length to automatic. I'm going to give us a 4-bar lead in here, and then we're going to add and give it so the 1 2 2 2 2 2 3 3 3 4 4 4 1 2 5 6 6 6 7 7 7 8 8. All right, so this is going to be our intro, and then if we add again, so we'll hit the add button here, I'm pretty sure our verses are going to be 16 bars. So let's just see if we can record in to start with just these things. And this is one of the reasons why I keep coming back to GarageBand when I'm writing a song or when I'm recording the first run of a song. I use GarageBand because look at this. We've already got these 3 separate sections that we can utilize here. And it just makes things a little cleaner than in other DAWs. So I now know that I've got these 4 bars, which are going to be nothing to lead us in. And then we're going to do our intro. So we need a guitar to record. And luckily, GarageBand has a really nice preset for guitars. So if we go to the audio recorder and we go instrument, we're going to use this one. The Nice Room, I've always found to be the best preset to start with. We'll go to input 2 because all it adds is some compression and some room tone. So you get a little bit of a reverb, a little bit of room tone, and you get a compressor. And it kind of does a good job. We'll hit the monitor there. Hello, Robert Redmond's Clip Channel. Sorry that you're not having a great day. Kick back and relax and listen to some soothing music, taking the piss out of people that like NFTs. Hopefully you don't like NFTs, otherwise you might feel worse afterwards. All right, let's have a listen. All right, that's what we're going to record in. So we'll hit the record button here, and we will let it run its first 4-bit. Come on, Austin. Did I not? So this is a problem. Austin behaved himself there, and then he went back to his bad ways here. I wanted all these to be the same, Austin. So what we're going to have to do with you is just pull you all the way across here for now so that you play all the way through. All righty. I'll delete that and hit record again. All right. So what I will need to do here is, here's what I prepared earlier, is throw on the headphones because I can't have my fold back as loud as I normally would because I'm, doing a live show. But with the headphones on, I'll be able to hear the drums a little better. So let's do this. Now, I was okay up to there, so let's just record from here, and we'll hit the R button here. All right, so that's where we are up to now. We're just going to get this down. We then have, we actually do have kind of a bridge section here, which is going to be another 16 bars. So we can just duplicate that out. And this is where things kind of get a bit easier when you're just songwriting here, because we now bring up to a. All right, so let's play this bit. All right, there was 2 extra bars in there, so I didn't realize that, so we can just change the section up to have 2 more bars. Did it record the end bit of my guitar, though, there? No, it just said, "We're just gonna loop that out for you." So I might just redo that again because I didn't play it as best as I probably could have, so let's do it. There you go. All right, so so that's our first verse and chorus. So that's our intro, and then we have verse, chorus. So then this is where it gets fun too, because we can duplicate out C to E, because that should then take us back between these two. So if you want to see all sections, by the way, you just go to your section and go all sections, and you can have it all here. So let's see if with this pause. All right, so actually, what we need is we need a duplicate of our intro, which is B, to come in here first. So this is just working it out on the fly. So we'll grab B and duplicate that and drag that. We hit the edit button. We can drag that up to here. So now your F comes before your E, which is a bit effed, isn't it? All right, so what I'll do is I'll start singing this in so that I can make sure that it all gets in the right zones. But what do I do before that, folks? Say it with me. Not do that. Don't close your thing. We're going to save it. We're going to save out here. I'm going to tap and hold on this so that we don't play the game of having all my songs in here. We'll actually give it a name if it allows to. Why won't it let us do that? Tap and hold. Rename. NFT. I'm just going to call it that for now because I can't really reach the keyboard properly with my guitar here. So we'll load it back up again. Now we will add a vocal track. Voice here. Now I generally start with just lead vocals. Again, it's good enough. I think as S.M. Borthwick said before, he likes he likes the nice room enough that he said it saved as a preset on his Mac as well, because it does do a good job. So we can bring up my lyrics here, because I need to find them. Something I should have done pre-show. Hopefully if I just search NFT, nothing for Christmas. That's right, that's what I called it. All right, so I'll bring that up and I'll put that over here. It's changed, it's moved. Did I move that? Well done me. All right. So if you're wondering about the song, here it is. Nothing for Christmas. Oh, here's gonna be different. I don't know. This is important. Okay. I think I played it completely wrong. Or maybe I didn't. Let's find out. All right. So we're recording this time. We're on channel 1. We'll turn our monitoring on like so. Check. 1, 2. All right. And I'll turn off over here so we don't have double. And let's give this a go. We're in completely the wrong spot. Undo that. Come to our sections. and all sections. All right, back to the start. Hey, don't record from there. Undo. Back to the start, I said. All right. There's our 4 bars in. Here's our intro. I'm always polite about what people get me for Christmas. I'll always just smile and say thank you, no matter the gift. But this year, right, so I need to you know what I'm going to have to do? I'm going to do it in reverse. So because I was trying to be clever. I was trying to do this part first and then come back, like trying to do it in chunks here. But that is not going to work because I don't know this song well enough. So here you go. You get to see a second way of doing things now. So I'm going to delete that. And what we're going to do is we're just going to play the whole gosh darn thing and then work out the sections later. We're going to run plumb out of time. So all I'm going to do here for this one is go to this last section and make it all the bars. So we might be able to line this back up again afterwards, but we'll just give ourselves a bunch for now and go with that. Thanks, Jim. Yeah, I think it's a fun little ditty that we'll do here. So what I can actually do, if I could, can I just kind of shove this microphone in here? No. See, if I had a mic stand, I'd be able to sing and play at the same time. I'll have the microphone and I'll record to it, but it's should have prepared myself here and had a mic stand ready to go. Can I just position it? It'll just hang there. That's not going to sound terrible at all, is it? It's not going to fall down halfway through. No, we'll just we'll have the microphone. We'll use it as a bit of a guide track. So the mic is going to be down here on the desk, and we'll record as we go. All right, let's grab the guitar. So what we can do now is we can actually fire up both of these channels while I do this sort of scratch recording, which we can do by going into our settings and going to the advanced and multi-track recording. So that's the way we get these little monitor lights on. And we can now record across 2 different tracks at a time. So what I'll do is I've got my song over here on the left screen here. I can't have both of them on the screen for you at the same time, but I'm going to be playing along and singing along with this song. And we'll record in a little demo of it, shall we? All right, let's hit the R button. About what people get me for Christmas. I always smile and say thank you, no matter the gift. This year is gonna be different. Not quite sure how to react. This year my best friend bought me NFT. I don't want an NFT for Christmas. I don't even really know what it is. Apparently I get to own the original copy of something an artist who still gets to sell it and use fungible presents have always been my preference. Tokens are fine when they actually exist. But unlike the socks, chocks and chocolates, or even a John Grisham book, just don't know what to do with my NFT. I don't want an NFT for Christmas. I hear that they use as much power as a suburb in Perth. And if I don't hodl it quite long enough, it might lose nearly all of its value until I can finally sell it, at which time I'll pay twice the value in fee. I don't need an NFT. And then I've forgotten what I do at the end there. So we'll just come back to that spot. I think I just don't need an NFT. Na, 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 like that. No NFT. No NFT. No, do, do, do. That slowdown's going to be fun to record to, isn't it? All right, so we have it there and it is in place. And as we go through, we'll be able to see if our sections actually do line up. Otherwise, we just ignore them, right? Are NFTs still a thing? Yeah, like, as usual, I'm, 2 years late on it. Should do a spoken word part at the end. What the hell does NFT even stand for anyway? Yeah. E7 at the end, Derek. Yeah, probably. So, yeah. All right. Ugh. All right. No offense to Jingle Bells. Yeah. I don't know. We'll see how we go. Good King Wenceslas looked down on the feast of Stephen. I always wonder about this. A lot of us tend to work on our newest song, which is usually the one we're most interested in. But we know the least as well. Yeah. Isn't it weird? Maybe we should. Maybe we should do revisiting our older songs we know inside out, but no one has heard. That's actually a really good point. I should have totally done that. Non-fungible token. Yeah. So fungible. That's why I say fungible token. Fungible presents have always been my preference. All right. So once we let's sing in this vocal now, because we can delete that one out, and I can actually sing it into here. So this time, instead of you just seeing me sing here, what I might do is I'll bring up the words here, so you can sing along at home with me. Can we zoom in a wee bit? Nope, that's not the zoom button. Neither is that. What have I done? Oh, I'm coming through both microphones. That's why. All right, let's. No, I'll leave you over here. You don't need to see the words. So let's record this vocal in. We'll turn off the recording on that one. Actually, we'll leave it. We'll create a dummy track so that we can see where we are here. So this is a method I've used a heap here, where you create a second track, just put the recording on, and use this as a dummy track. So let's do this. Oh, yeah. I'm always polite about what people get me for Christmas. I'll always just smile and say thank you no matter the gift. This year is gonna be different. Not quite sure how to react. This year my best friend bought me an NFT. I don't want an NFT for Christmas. I don't even really know what it is. Apparently I get to own the original copy of something created by an artist who still gets to sell it and use it as much as they want. I don't need an NFT. Fungible presents have always been my preference. Tokens are fine when they actually exist. But unlike the socks, jocks and chocolates, or even a John Grisham book, I just don't know what to do with my NFT. I don't want an NFT for Christmas. I hear that they use as much power as a suburb in Perth. And if I don't hodl it quite long enough, it might lose nearly all of its value. Until I can finally sell it, at which time I'll pay twice the value in fees. I don't need an NFT. No NFT. No, not for me. Thanks for your NFT. Thanks for nothing. What does NFT stand for anyway? What do we reckon, folks? Decent scratch vocal in there. Should just call it a digital picture we ascribed arbitrary value because we can, right? Your tokens have never been funged? Oh, you haven't lived until your tokens have been funged, Gary Hubs. All right, we got ourselves a platform here now. We got something that we can work with. What do we think we need some piano? I wonder if our autoplay piano is going to do okay here. Probably not, but let's find out because it's a pretty basic chord progression, isn't it? So let's just see if we can throw a piano at the problem. We'll come over here. We will go to our sounds, classical ground, the good old classical ground. Yeah, we definitely need a P bass. Should we do a P bass? So I'll grab my bass in a second. We'll record that in a jiffy. By the way, if you're having fun, like I know these are different kind of shows, not packed full of information, but the over-the-shoulder recording process is kind of fun. Like I enjoy watching it when other folks do it. You pick up a few little tidbits here and there, and you're like, oh, I wouldn't have done that way, but interesting. Let's go to our chords here. Let's see. I'm just interested to see if any of these actually work. There's fungi on nearly everything, probably on the tokens too, right? All right, let's see what we've got here. Maybe not. That's different. That could be that could give it a completely different vibe. Let's just see if this is going to do something for us. I don't know why. Oh, yeah. I'm I'm always polite about what people get me for Christmas. I'll always just smile and say thank you no matter the gift. This year is gonna be different. There you go. Mariah Carey wants that piano. I don't want a lot for Christmas. There is just one thing I do. I'm just going to leave it in here and try it. We're going to experiment here. All right, we'll just do we won't worry about the bass on the piano. Oh, yeah, no, unless we get the timing right, it's not going to work. I think we just need something a bit simpler. Let's just go back to the number one. Yeah, no, it's not going to work well for us, is it? I'm going to have to hand playing piano if I want piano. I was trying to be lazy. Let's do the bass thing. I don't have my bass ready, so you're going to have to talk amongst yourselves. Which means it won't be tuned either. Ba, 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 ba. Yeah, if the piano would fit in a Hallmark movie, wouldn't it? He was a hurried executive. She was a muffin baker. Together, they're going to bore you for 96 minutes. All right, let's plug in the bass and we'll slap it a bass. We'll see what sort of bass line we can write for this thing, because I don't think it'll need anything complicated. I think it should be quite simple. Simple sort of bass. Slap it a bass. All right, so we'll give ourselves a bit of a bass sound. Boo, boo, boo. I just realized I could have used I could just use the actual, the bass here in GarageBand. Should I do that? We'll play the bass. Just need to find ourselves a decent bass tone here. Turn on our monitoring and go to input number dos. All right, let's tune it. Oh, wow. I think my bass is broken. It's not picking up the bottom string very much. Okay. We're unplugging the bass. I think my bass needs some maintenance. We're going to be playing the bass and using the keyboard here. So we are just going to be using the P bass after all. That's interesting. Yeah, I don't know what I've done there. That's cool. Let's come in here and we will grab a virtual bass. The beauty part of GarageBand is we can come in here and we can indeed grab the P bass sound. Yeah, it was the thick string that wasn't working. All right, let's go. Let's just work out a bass part here. Oh, yeah. Ooh. I'm always polite about what people get me for Christmas. I'll always just smile and say thank you no matter the gift. This year is gonna be different. Not quite sure how to react. This year my best friend bought me an NFT. I don't want an NFT for Christmas. McCartney just sending a bass line for the pre-chorus, you reckon? Like going the opposite direction. I wonder. Let's find out. I'll do a very simple one for this first part here. So I'll hit record. Oh, I keep forgetting that it's 3/4 time. about what people get me for Christmas. I'll always just smile and say thank you no matter the gift. This year is gonna be different. Not quite sure how to react. This year my best friend bought me an NFT. Messed that up really badly at that point. All right. The 12-string bass would be nuts, Jim. All right. So what did I like and what didn't I like? I'm always polite about what people get me for Christmas. I'll always just smile and say thank you no matter. All right, that's the phrase I think that's going to work for us. That da 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 da. Always just smile and say. So the one that starts there. Someone told me this recently, that in GarageBand now, when you're grabbing the top here, it does this auto zoom thing and it makes it really hard to put it in the right spot. And I couldn't replicate what they were doing. And now I can, because look at that. Like, that is really frustrating. Like, you're trying to make it stop, but every time you move it slightly to the side, oh man. Okay. I now know what this user was talking about. Yeah, what is with that auto zoom? That's a new thing. There you go. You know what you don't need, GarageBand, is more things that make me want to not use you. Always just smile and say thank you no matter the... All right, so that's what we're looking for, that little phrase there. Oh, this is horrific. Oh, I'm so sorry to that person. Yeah. This is rubbish. Oh, okay. Yeah, this is a bug. I'm so sorry to that person. Oh, yeah, you got to like time it just right. That is absolutely shithouse. All right. I'm just going to clean this up because this is going to basically play the same thing throughout a whole lot of this. So we'll, yeah, it's got to be a bug in this new version because that is, it's shocking. Scrolling around. It was doing it for you in Logic too, really. Always just smile and say thank you no matter the gift. All right, so that's what we want there. Or edit this. See, this is why you make music. This is why if I wasn't actually doing this myself, I'd be like, no, there's nothing wrong with it. You're wrong. And I'm like, no, you're 100%. All right. Oh, this is just gross. It's auto centering. Is there something that you can set here that they never used to have anything like that? It's like it's trying to auto center it. I don't want a VST for Christmas. Yeah, that'd be cool. Only want audio units. They're the ones for me. All right, so in case you're wondering what I'm doing here, I'm basically just finding the one time I performed this bass part properly, and then I'm just going to delete the rest and loop this out because it's pretty much the same thing. So let's just see if this is going to work for us. I'm always polite about what people get me for Christmas. I'll always just smile and say thank you no matter the gift. This year is gonna be different. All right, and that's where it's going to change up, which I'll play that in afterwards. Do we need one more? I'll always just smile and say thank you no matter the gift. Yeah, we need one more. This year is gonna... All right, so this is where we... Oh, it is just hideous. Oh, man. Okay. Yeah, that's something's... Oh, that's got to be a bug. Yeah, so I want it to be do, 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 do. All right, something like that. This year is gonna be different. Not quite sure how to react. my best. All right, we'll try that again. After we put myself on Do Not Disturb. How many years have I been doing this, and how many times have people been like, "Yeah, we get to see a little bit of the behind the scenes of what's going on in Pete's life." All right, let's hit record. We'll bring you back. Bring you back over here. This year is gonna be different. Not quite sure how to react. This year my best friend bought me an NFT. Well, I like the first bit of that. And the good news is once we sort of write this, we'll just kind of copy it and loop it out. This year is gonna be different. Not quite sure how to react. This year my best friend bought me an NFT. Let's fix that note, shall we? This is a good part of virtual bass, isn't it? NF. And we'll just play the regular bit here. Oh, this is rubbish. Oh, okay, yeah. I gotta find the email that person sent me and say, you are so right, and I can't believe how bad it is. NFT. I don't want an NFT for Christmas. I don't even really know what it is. Apparently I get to own the original copy of something created by an artist who still gets to sell it and use it as much as they want. I need to do that whole bit there again because I hit all the wrong notes, but we'll just... I don't want an NFT for Christmas. I don't even really know what it is. All right, we'll do it from here. Split it, blot it, got it, good. All right, we'll do it from the apparently. So the bit that I wanted to play in here is like going to be a... All right, let's try this. Apparently, the first note wrong. Apparently, I get to own the original copy of something created by an artist who still gets to sell it and use it as much as they want. I don't need an NFT. All right, and then I think we can fiddle about from there with copying and pasting. Best laid plans, folks. I think we've come a long way here in a short period of time. Not need an NFT. All right. So I've got an idea there for the bass. We're not going to finish it all in the show here today, but that's just how things go. Everything always takes about 3 to 4 times as long as you think it will going in. Now, does anyone have any ideas for some interesting sounds? Big erhu solo, big screaming erhu solo, you reckon? The thing is, we need some like percussion here that I always find like just the sleigh bells always way too sort of cliched, but there's got to be like a... Do we just put a chick in all of the bits? Yeah, some chimes. Um, yeah, maybe like a this will be interesting. I'll be spending the rest of the day. I'll be like, I'm going to do this all in GarageBand Weekly, and 6 hours later, Johnson's just like, oh, it was supposed to be easy. Um, yeah, I'm going to have to spend some time tinkering and working out phasing bells. Are there sleigh bells? You know what? Before we finish up, why don't we try and find some sleigh bells? I did say it was cliche, but maybe there's a reason why Christmas music is cliche. I'm gonna see if freesound.org has any sleigh bells. See if we can steal some. Actually, you know what? Probably would be BandLab. I wonder if I can fire up BandLab and search for some bells. I haven't used BandLab in a while. Oh no, I'm not logged in. This is how long it's been since I've used it. Log it on in. Sorry, I know you can't see any of this, but we'll come back to it by and by. A kettle drum at the end of each section, perhaps. Alright. Alright, I'm going to find any sound you like. Alright, I'm just going to log myself into Freesound and try this instead. Face. Always peering over, like trying to show my face to different websites. We'll come back over here to the iPad. Log in. Why are you not logging? What are you doing? Click. Hey, there we go. Let's just see if there's sleigh bells. Sleigh bell. What's this one? Not playing anything. Not quite. You know what I think I have? I think in the cupboard I have I think in the cupboard I've got some actual bells. So I've got like a little percussion toolkit. So maybe we have some fun with that. That being said, yeah, and always read the licensing. You always need to make sure that you're not doing things that are against the regulations. That being said, what I'm going to do is we're going to finish off GarageBand Weekly here. But if you're like, oh, I wanted to see more, what I'm going to do is I'm going to return in just a jiffy. But I'll do that as a members only stream if you like. To join me if you want to see a little bit more of this, just to keep me honest. So if you're a member of the channel, there'll be a little pop-up stream coming your way in a little while, in about 30 minutes time, because I did realize that this was probably going to be the case, that we would need to continue working on this so we can get it done. I'm committed to having this song done in one form or another. So that is going to do it for this particular episode of GarageBand Weekly. Yes, if you'd like to become a channel member, you can do so by joining. It's $2 a month, and you get things like seeing me do another show in just a jiffy. Good stuff. Thank you everyone for being here. If you would like to check out the other shows that we have coming up, we've got a big happy hour. I'm doing my Christmas happy hour. We've got a Christmas Your Music Live, sort of. Everything's coming up Christmas at the moment. It's just that time of the year, isn't it? It's the most wonderful time of the year. They have sleigh bells in Logic Pro in the sampler. Oh, very cool. Well, yeah, this song may go over to Logic Pro once I've sort of started playing around with it, especially with that GarageBand bug. Holy dooly. If you weren't here for that, I don't know what is going on with that, with the weird auto-centering thing. It's horrible. All right. I'll take it easy, everyone. Be kind to yourselves. Be kind to others. Keep creating. And I'll see you soon here on Studio Live today. Bye.